About a week ago, I got a DM from a strange account and was like, hey, do you want to check out some of my knives? The account was very small, very little content on it. And I get a ton of these DMs, all right? Being in this business, in this career, I get a ton of DMs like that on the daily. So I'm like, cool, let me see what you have. They sent me a link to a website, and it was these knives right here. And I was like, holy crap, these look really, really good. This is from Dashkoff Knives. This is called the Stinger Liner Lock. It is in M398 steel with titanium and fat carbon. So the liners are titanium. A couple of cool things I like about this is it feels very overbuilt, but it's also pretty light because you got that fat carbon and it is titanium liners. I destroyed this box here using this grip, and I cut open the top to unbox this package. So it is really, really cool for what I do, which is open a ton of packages. It has slot for deployment, and it is really smooth and snappy as well. As you can see on the drop shot right there, I barely have to do anything. Titanium pocket clip, decent carry. It is not reversible, but on the other side, you have the Dashkoff Knives logo. I don't know if I can make that show up here. Honestly, it's kind of refreshing to see that over having the blade branded. Now you do have weight reduction on the inside as well, and it is a liner lock. This is where I think some people may have a problem. All right, so check it out, right? Most people, I think, in my opinion, want to use their thumb meat to disengage the liner. However, especially if you have like thick hands, you're gonna get stuck in between the carbon fiber and that liner, the lock bar right there. However, if you're one of the people that like to use your thumbnail to do it, you'll have no problem. The other thing that I think people would complain about with this knife, because everything about it is awesome. I really, really like this. I love this design. It was very refreshing to see it. I just haven't seen anything like it really. And I like that it feels overbuilt, but this one is super light. The titanium one feels super jacked and overbuilt. I think the price is another thing that people are gonna be like, yo, what are you talking about? It is $550, okay? M398 steel, fat carbon, titanium liners, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, and it is a liner lock, okay? So I think some people would have a problem with that. I already know people in America are going to be like, I could buy a Chris Reeve knife with that, you know? I could buy a Poi Kilo blade for less, you know what I mean? But this is a small maker. This is his first project, and I'm definitely excited to see what he does next, because it's just a cool knife. I like checking out cool knives. That's really all I'm about, is collecting cool things. You can get 10% off if you tell him that you came from watching one of my videos, which is super cool. This is the Stinger Liner Lock from Dashkoff Knives.